think I need some lights on in here. That's a little bit better, even though I have one light bulb that went out. But what hasn't gone out is our listening to this album. So let's move on into the next track. I was trying to think of how to segue into that. We're moving on. Peter Hammill, of course, moving into the next track of Over. On Tuesdays, she used to do yoga. A very direct, succinct title. And already, just with the title, you know that there's an ending coming through. Something is over. She used to do yoga. Now what does she do? Let's find out with the next track here on the album. You know what I should have done beforehand? I should have pulled it up so we could listen to it. I was listening to some weather report on my own, not for the channel, just a little bit ago. So let me pull this up here really quick. I'm building, I'm delaying, and here we go.
Tuesdays she used to do yoga while I'd sit and watch the box in a vegetable way, but always ready to say to myself that I was an artist, implying that she was not. It's funny the way that self-pity can take over from self-esteem. Well, I was the prince of pride, and though I'd cheat, I never lied. 'Cause if that were enough to make her happy, as if that could satisfy her dream. Too late now to say that I'm so sorry. Too late to say that I can change and mend the things that hurt. She didn't need to worry. She always knew I'd get there in the end. Now I'm tying myself up in contortions. Don't know if yoga will do me any good. It's about time I tried, though I'd rather be inside from the top, studying Tantra. Still I never did that when
I'd rather do this now, but even when I had the chance to, I didn't do it. So, we have a little sentiment.
I never did the things that really matter. There seemed to be some key I couldn't find to unlock myself. I could have done it with a help, but I was too busy scrabbling for each moment. Now I don't know what I did with all the time. Sometimes I play the world over. Sometimes I just get smashed all day. On Tuesdays she used to do yoga. On Tuesdays she went away.
We still have a little bit more to go, But I have to say that I think that this track really embodies the depression, the loss, the lack of, the dissolution of love, romance, a relationship in every single aspect to the fullest degree. This song has the harshest atmosphere, I would say, in the whole album thus far. It sounds not hollow, but hollowed out. It sounds like something has been not just removed, but something has been taken. The heart has been stolen from this song, and we're just kind of left with these haunted walls, but no life inside. The bones of this track are desolate. There's nothing to say. There really isn't. And I mean, of course, the song title, like I said, it already gives itself away to something being lost. She used to do yoga on Tuesdays. Well, now what? What happened? What's the story? Well, she ain't. She. That's when she left. Also, where do we even begin? Peter sounds just utterly destroyed here emotionally. That heavy, horrifying in its own way throng of, it sounds like to me, guitar and piano, but I could be wrong. But that constant striking, boom, that rings out is kind of horrifying in its own way. I mean, it truly is, especially amongst this atmosphere. And you know what? There's still moments when the music lightens up a little bit, right? When it reaches into the third verse, I want to say, the bridge or so, the guitar lightens up into more of a brighter melody. And I mean brighter from where it was. I'm not saying it's going to be bright, but it's just a little bit more onto that side of things. Looking towards the sun, but I wouldn't say stepping fully quite into it. And his voice and perhaps the emotion behind it is kind of almost looking back in remembrance of the better times, the happy things that they had. But still, afterwards, plunging right back off of memory lane onto Desolation Row, so to speak. And I think that this song really captures the deepest depths of that shadow incredibly. It's a very haunting track. Then the backwards guitar comes in later on. It just kind of starts to warp things and change more. This one's got quite the feeling. On Tuesdays, she used to do yoga while I'd sit and watch the box, in a vegetable way, but always ready to say to myself that I was an artist, implying that she was not. Interesting, right? Like they just used to sit together and just, do their thing. Not a big deal. But there's also this little bit right here, but always ready to say to myself I was an artist, implying that she was not. Like saying something to build himself up, but he says implying that she was not. Did he mean to hurt her in that regard? It's funny the way that self-pity can take over from self-esteem. Well, I was the prince of pride, and though I'd cheat, I never lied. As if that were enough to make her happy. As if that could satisfy her dreams. There's honesty, he's being very self-reflective and honest with himself and his flaws. Too late now to say that I'm sorry. Too late to say that I can change and mend. The things that hurt, she didn't need to worry. She always knew I'd get there in the end. The things that hurt, he would get there in the end. That's a strong line. Now I'm tying myself in contortions. Don't know if yoga will do me any good. It's about time I tried, though I'd rather be inside from the cold, studying Tantra. Still, I never did that when I could. I like this line because it's very realistic in many scenarios. Oftentimes, when you're stuck somewhere, especially in a place that you don't want to be, you have the notion of, man, I wish I could be doing this, because if I had the time, like I do right now, doing this other activity I don't want to do, then I would rather be doing that. And then when you do get that time, you don't do that activity. And of course, this line, I'm tying myself up in contortions. He's twisting himself inside and out. Don't know if yoga would do me any good, but about time I tried. Doing something physically exerting, doing something for himself outwardly, even though he says he'd rather be inside studying Tantra. I never did the things that really mattered. There seemed to be some key I couldn't find to unlock myself. I could have done it with her help, but I was too busy scrabbling for each moment. Now I don't know what I did with all the time. At least he has the self-reflective gaze to look at himself and kind of see what he did wrong and reflect over that. Sometimes I'd play the wild rover. Sometimes I'd just get smashed all day. On Tuesdays, she used to go to yoga. On Tuesday, she went away. I didn't mean to press it yet. I mean, that's just, and in this atmosphere, that's just harsh reality. But I mean, like, beyond the phrase, this is truly harsh reality. And Peter has a very particular way of realizing that in the lyrics. It truly cuts through bone to soul to spirit to heart. That is... I think that this is the heaviest track on the album in more ways than one. I would love to know what you guys think of it, of course, in the comments down below. Makes me want to listen to something cheerful. You guys want to hear something cheerful? I feel like listening to something happy, some upbeat music. What can we go out on? This. Listen. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great one. Sometimes you just need a little. I can't hear the music now.
Whenever dark is falling, you know the spirit of the party starts to come alive until the day is dawning. You can throw out all the blues and hit the city lights, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. So give me the night. Give me the night.
You didn't know you needed it, but you did.